chance to crown a champion tonight. We've come upon Game 6 of the NBA Finals on EA Sports. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets playing host to the LA Clippers. Hi, everyone. With Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you talk about the Nets coming in. They've got 2 chances to take home the Larry O'Brien Trophy, and the first coming here at home in Game 6.
And, Ed, it just feels like them being at home in their own building, they know. This is the night they need to take care of business. This is their best shot. They don't want to face a Game 7 on the road, so I think it has to happen tonight if it happens at all.
Harden against George. Trying to cash in. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Beverly into the front court. Just underway in a possible elimination game. Game number 6.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Leonard to Beverly. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. Harden down to Griffin. Stuffs it down with authority. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
Beverly to Paul George. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. George lets it fly. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. Here's Irving into the front court. 2-point advantage. To Griffin. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Blake Griffin at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. For his career, 68%. Free throw is good. Gets the 3-point play. It's quickly 5-0. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Brooklyn's got it. Griffin to Harden. Fires the 3. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
Paul George to Marcus Morris. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Serge Ibaka trying to cash in on a 3-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. Free throw good to finish off the 3-point play. It's back to a 5-point game. Brooklyn with the basketball. Harden to Griffin. Kyrie Irving lines it up for 2. Jumper's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To George. Down low for Leonard. Kawhi Leonard missed his first. That one goes.
Old school equals high percentage.
Kyrie across the timeline. Leads 5. To Jordan. Serge Ibaka with the block.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Griffin. Jay, another one goes down. They're right where they want to be.
Exactly. Next play, you have to turn around defensively and get in the stance and actually keep that same kind of tempo.
George to Leonard. Shot from the lane won't go. Irving with the basketball. His team on top by 8. That's out. Last touch by Kyrie Irving. Beverly to Paul George. Serge Ibaka slams it down.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
To Griffin. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't get it. A scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Clippers have the basketball. Take stock of the floor to Marcus Morris. Ibaka, shot no good.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Oh, the touch at the rim. Count it.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
Harden in possession. Up 6. To Griffin. Oh, look out. Blake Griffin looking good. 4 for 5.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Leonard. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Defense making the ball carrier work. Knocks it down from mid-range. Simply put, can you build a franchise around Blake Griffin right now?
No, not right now. I think he's starting to get to the latter part of his career. I think he could be a key cog in a championship team, but just not the main guy.
Beverly to Leonard. LA with 4 to shoot. Here's Leonard for 2. Almost, but no good. Irving into the front court. It's an 8-point lead. Down low for Griffin. No good.
Seems like a lot of contact on that play. If I were that player, I would pull the ref over to the side, talk to him, express to him how much contact there was so he could look for that same foul call potentially the next time down the court.
Irving brings the ball up court to Griffin. Scores from the post.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Beverly into the front court. Down 8 to Marcus Morris. Leonard. To Beverly. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Marcus Morris. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Into the front court, it's Irving. He'll run the offense. To Griffin. He was all over him. Missed the shot, no free throws.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip, he fought back, and he made the player miss the shot. That's great defense.
To Allen Crabbe. Serge Ibaka snatching it out of the air.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
To Jordan. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
A drive to the basket, but it somehow stays out. To Griffin. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Paul George. To Ibaka. Shot clock winding down. Here comes the screen. PG lets it fly. Shot won't go. Kyrie Irving, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
George. Just not going down.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
To Griffin. Count the basket inside.
As a player, there's nothing better than coming out in the first quarter and playing exactly the same way you played the last couple of days of practice. You're moving the ball, you're capitalizing on mistakes, and you really built a nice lead.
Oh, emphatic slam. Jay, perhaps that's a start.
Those kind of plays get me fired up. That's a momentum play. They look lifeless here in the first quarter, but a dunk like that can get your team going in the right direction.
It's LA Clippers ball. To George. Over and back. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Down to Griffin. The pass taken away by the Clippers. Nikola Batum. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
Come on, somebody tell me when he added that to his arsenal.
To Griffin. Spinning shot. Won't fall. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
To Luke Kennard. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. It's good. And he's not done.
The 2021 NBA Finals games and highlights will be coming up next on Sports Screen Vein 2021.
Your job defensively is to stay attached to him at all times. Force him to put the ball on the ground and drive and make a shot over the trees below.
Luke Kennard with a chance at a 4-point play. A career 85% free throw shooter. Count it at the line. It's in the hands of James Harden. To Griffin. from the painted area won't go down.
And that's next level defense. The defender took away the pocket space of the shooter. Now, as a shooter, they shoot hundreds of shots each and every day from that pocket with consistency. Now you force them to change the angle or the positioning of that pocket, you're going to lower the chances of them making that shot.
Harden in possession. They can get a 2-for-1 if they play this right. Another chance. Draws the contact. And Jordan will go to the line to shoot 2.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
DeAndre Jordan at the line. Off the mark on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Rondo with the basketball. Right now,
The
down
Brooklyn
7.
Nets led Series 3-2 over Los Angeles Clippers in the 2021 NBA Finals.
To Luke Kennard. Here comes the screen. And that one out of bounds off a net. Kennard. Long key from three-quarters court. One quarter in the books here in Game 6. And we're back after this. You're tuned into the NBA Finals on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Here's Rondo with it. They trail by 7. Beasley to Harden. Oh, emphatic slam.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And he'll head to the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And he connects on the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2. It's in the hands of Harden. To Beasley. Down to 5 on the 24. James Harden fires for 2. James Harden. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Rondo here against Harden. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Substitution being made in this one. Harden with the basketball. It's a 9-point lead. To Durant. Screen coming. Harden to Davis. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Rondo into the front court, trailing by 11. To Luke Kennard. The screen sets him up for two.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes two of us.
To Davis. Oh, he missed a short one there. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets a look. Can't hit. Harden with it up top. The lead stands at 9. James Harden. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Can we all just agree that that handle is next level? But that jumper's wet, too.
Batum, defended by Kevin Durant. And scores.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Nets have the basketball. Harden shoots. Add 2 points to the board. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He's a scorer and an elite passer.
To Nick Batum. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
LaMarcus Aldridge. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot. Into the front court comes Rondo. His guys currently down by 13. To Batum. Nothing going here on that drive. Got a piece. Oh, that's out.
Out of here. It always looks cool, but guess what? You're still on D.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Beverly. Nikola Batum. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. Harden into the front court. It's an 11-point game. To Jordan. Finish that. Luke Kennard, defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Beverly. To Luke Kennard. Going to launch beyond the arc. Not that time. To Luke Kennard. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Knocks it down, off the step back.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Beverly into the front court, down 11. Kennard to Beverly. Here comes the screen. Batum matched up with Durant. Has a look. Wide open look. Won't go. Here's Irving into the front court. The lead is 11. Aldridge to Irving. And coasting in for 2.
It just seems like one of 3 things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a 3. pick your poison.
Batum to Beverly. DeAndre Jordan able to recover with the block. Nets have it. Durant, deep right corner to Harden. And count the basket inside.
Look, there was barely any contact on that last play. I agree with the ref's no call. Let him play.
To Nick Batum. Patrick Beverly has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 76% from the line. Knocks down the first. Able to convert on both free throws. Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. And he hits.
So deadly. Now look, part of that is God-given talent. But the other part is that ball speed combined with that handle. Oh, that's off the charts. But he always finds a way to slow himself down right before he goes into that shot.
Here comes the screen. Beverly to Paul George. He buries it off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Durant with the basketball up top. His team on top by 13. Harden against Paul George. Baseline drive. Jumper's good.
It's almost like he had the defender on a string, and he's the puppet master.
Here comes the screen. George matched up with Harden. 4-3. Paul George can't get that one to go. Defense all over him.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Paul George to Leonard. Nice pass to set things up.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Here comes the screen. Harden to Griffin. Count the bucket for 2.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Kawhi Leonard, tough matchup against Durant. Beverly. It's Brooklyn's ball. Harden to Griffin. They get it down to Harden. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
To George. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. Beverly's shot no good. Kyrie across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Harden to Griffin. Harden Great looking vision. Kyrie Irving looking good. 4 for 5. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. The shot almost. Harden in possession. His guys holding the big lead. Baseline drive, the shot won't fall.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
George gets it in the left corner. To Ibaka. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
Irving to Harden. To Jordan, down low. Almost. Unlucky bounce. DeAndre Jordan sends it away. That's his third block this evening. Brooklyn's got it. Irving. Here's Harden, down low. To Irving. Missed it. They weren't going to give that to him. Deep three at the buzzer. Now ready to shoot at the line.
And the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Second one's no good. One more coming. Late heave to beat the buzzer. So Game 6 now at the break. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Clippers are down at halftime and in need of some momentum.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
Have a look at the leading scorers for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. 3-point shooting.
The Brooklyn Nets
Are taking full advantage of their opportunities from beyond the arc. If they continue to shoot like this, I'm not sure anyone could catch them.
Player of the half.
James Harden, And his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was gold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay to bring you the second half action.
Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle to Leonard. Paul George. Kawhi Leonard, defended by Kevin Durant. Knocks it down from mid-range.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
To Griffin. Durant. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Not going down here. Beverly to Paul George. DeAndre Jordan rejects it. Fourth this contest.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
LA Clippers with the basketball. Probing the defense. Leonard to Beverly. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Beverly, 24-second violation. Durant to Irving. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
George, Harden's on him. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
And last year, it seemed like PG really had a difficult time finding that next-level elite PG. No doubt about it. This year, he needs to be playoff P all day, every day.
Irving to Durant. And he throws it down. Power play by DeAndre Jordan.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Able to convert inside.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Durant to Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. And Kevin Durant, all in one motion, hits it off the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with
it. George. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
And destroys the rim. That's what DeAndre Jordan does. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Irving with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Durant. To Griffin. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Kevin Durant lets it go. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. Leonard to George. LA with 4 to shoot to Leonard. Kawhi Leonard. With that, he's 5 for 9.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Durant. Not getting the bounce. George to Leonard. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Durant. Harden. Wide open look. Won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Unbothered by the defense as he drills it. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Durant. Surveys the floor. Durant. Can't go down. Smothering defense. Paul George to Beverly. DeAndre Jordan pins it. Ooh, 5 now. Serge Ibaka. He's now 5 for 6.
No. See, this is where I lose my mind. If you have that height, you got to throw that one down with authority. Send a message.
Durant can't connect. The follow won't go either. Beverly into the front court. Trailing by 14. To Paul George. Beverly to George. Here's a chance from long range. Contested shot. Marcus Morris can't hit.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
KD for 2. Here's the step back.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Timeout called here by the Clippers as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Kawhi Leonard against KD. To Ibaka. DeAndre Jordan. Huge block. Incredible. 6 tonight.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
To Durant. Lets it fly from long range. Cleared by Ibaka. George. Brooklyn with the basketball. Down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of it.
nothing going here on that drive. George, guarded by LaMarcus Aldridge. Irving into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Jordan. Screen coming. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. To Jordan. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
I say this a lot, and it's only because coaches harp on it all the time. Read the scouting report. Know who you can and should send to the line. This is a case of knowing a shooter probably had a better chance of hitting a jumper than he does of hitting the free throws.
Entering the game for Los Angeles, number 31, Nicholas Batum.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. It's the Clippers with the possession now. To Paul George. Here comes the screen. Batum. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. Shot clock violation. Time for some new personnel into the game. Irving to Aldridge. Paul George sends it away. Stuffs it down with authority. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer. No, he's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
Here comes the screen. Rondo matched up with Aldridge. To Ibaka. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Nets have the basketball. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter. And there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Rondo with the basketball. He'll run the offense. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Into the front court, it's Irving. His guys holding the big lead. To Beasley. Down low, Aldridge. Off the assist.
Woo, did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Paul George to Ibaka. Short jumper stays out.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Now preparing to shoot at the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
So he hits the end of putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Here's Rondo with it. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. To Luke Kennard. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Beasley to Aldridge. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
three at the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. It's been all net so far. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the 4th quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
To the basket is Durant, but his shot stays out. Batum to Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard slams it down. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Kevin Durant has it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Durant to Davis. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Batum has a chance. Rebound taken in by the Nets. To Aldridge. Harden. Baseline drive. And scores on the Euro step. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
I'm giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Beverly to Batum. Nothing going here on that drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Ed Davis.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Beverly. George gets a shot up off the mark. Nets have it. Irving to Davis. Oh, too much contact. Free throws on the way.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Ed Davis at the line. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. To George. To Nick Batum. From long range. Nick Batum forcing that one. No good. Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Beasley. Down low, Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge. Looking good. 4 for 5.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
Beverly to Batum. George. Ed Davis tips it.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Griffin. And finishes strong. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Nothing going here on that drive. Beverly to Leonard. Trying to cash in. Shot by Leonard won't go. Griffin to Durant. Ed Davis to Durant. No good.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Beverly to Leonard. To the rim. Lays it up and in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Brooklyn's ball. Irving to Durant. Here comes the screen. Goes to the right side. Irving to Durant. Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. Harden. Add 2 points to the board.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Kawhi Leonard. Harden's on him. Count the basket.
Here's lesson number 1. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of breakdance move they might hit you with.
Irving to Durant. For 3, that's a dangerous spot. Kevin Durant wide open. He nails it.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Clippers have the basketball. Nothing going here on that drive. And scores.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Here's Irving into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Durant. Fires the 3. Off the mark. No good. Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. Leonard to Beverly. Kawhi Leonard. Tough shot. Hand in his face. He makes them pay.
Here's a tip for your defense. You can't give him that much space. You have to push up into his personal space and make him play the majority of the possessions with his back to the basket. Because if you allow him to open up, there's no stopping.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Irving. Had a chance, but it's no good. Kyrie with the rock. To Durant. Probing the defense. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Durant to Irving. Fires the 3 and draws the foul.
I don't mind that effort at all. At least they're still out here competing on the defensive end.
And hits the first free throw. It's a second. One more coming. Three for 3. Nice. Beverly to Paul George. To Beverly. Here comes the screen. 5 on the shot clock. Beverly to Leonard. Going to launch beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim, short.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Durant to Harden. Irving to Durant. Harden. That's good D. Shot no good. Beverly into the front court. He'll run the offense. Hat-trick Beverly. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Griffin. Harden. Able to convert inside. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Leonard to George. LA with 4 to shoot. Paul George, 4-2. KD with the rock. To Griffin. Harden. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Leonard to Beverly. Has a look. Beverly's shot no good. Durant across the timeline. His guys hold a commanding lead. Irving, they'll get it to Durant. Nice pass to get things going. Now the Clippers call a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. George here against Harden. To Marcus Morris. The Clippers with 4 to shoot. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Durant to Jordan. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
To Marcus Morris. Batum. Oh, pass stolen by the Nets.
Let's just let the clock run out. We got to get out of here. I got a dinner to go to.
Ah, rocking the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Paul George. Griffin to Durant. Down to 5 on the 24. Durant. Message received. Well defended.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
No good. Defense catching a break there. It's the Nets who are victorious. And for the very first time in franchise history, they are NBA champions. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. It wasn't surprising to see this team get the win. They did a great job of letting the fundamentals of basketball be the key to success. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets. The Clippers are experiencing the kind of disappointment that can't be shared by anyone but a teammate. It's pretty quiet in their locker room right now. I can only imagine how tough it must be. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Los Angeles Clippers.
Game track. Second chance points.
The Brooklyn Nets did a fantastic job of closing out on the offensive boards. Even better, they were able to convert those opportunities into second chance points. These guys did an incredible job of being assertive once the ball was in the air.
Player of the game.
James Harden gets rewarded for the way he provided his teammates with plenty of easy baskets. His assist total is certainly indicative of his clever playmaking.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for another NBA season. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, thanks for making us your choice for hoops action.